Podcast is intended for mature audiences. The views and opinions expressed are those of the panelists and do not reflect in any way those of the podcast partners, sponsors, or affiliates. Enjoy.
Hi, this is Michael Buffer, and you're listening to the Voice of the People. Let's get ready for Boxing Voice.
Every day I'm hustling, 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 hustling. Every day I'm hustling, every day I'm hustling, every day I'm hustling.
Rich people don't sleep 8 hours a day. That's a third of your life. It ain't but 24 hours in a day. You cannot be sleep 8 hours a day. You can't live in LA and wake up at 8 o'clock in the morning. It's 11 o'clock on the East Coast. The stock market been open 2 hours. They already making decisions about your life and your ass was asleep. The Bible says, he who loves to sleep and the folding of hands, poverty will set upon you like a thief in the night.
Sky's the limit, baby.
BoxingVoice.com.
We don't fight for rings and stuff like that. I don't fear anyone.
En este deporte no se viene a jugar y no le tengo miedo a nadie.
You don't come to play in this sport. I fear no one in this sport.
Does that mean that you will fight Triple G later this year?
Como lo dije en la pelea pasada, ahorita mismo me vuelvo a poner los guantes.
As I said in the last fight, right now I'll put on the gloves again.
¡Viva México!
Canelo wants to unify all the titles.
When did you realize, Andy, that you could take his power?
Because of the Mexican warrior that I am, I got that Mexican blood in me. So, talking about the Mexican style, I just proved it.
BoxingVoice.com.
Ain't no other sight in the game to see the boxing boys.
Good morning, TBV. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back. It's Monday morning, and thank God for another one. We're back to talk some boxing, and we're going to talk one of the last living, active legends in the game. Obviously, Floyd's still doing his exhibitions, and in certain circles, he could be considered active, but actually taking on up-and-coming champions is Manny Pacquiao without a doubt, but he will be 42 when he eyes his April fight in 2021, according to an article in the Philippine Tribune by Nick Giganco, something like that. The whole point is his manager posted this, Sean Gibbons. And we spoke briefly about this yesterday night on Sunday's show, unpacking all the fights. And this didn't get the attention it deserved because there's other information out there. And the article, once you read it, states that Pacquiao is actually looking to fight 2 times. So we want to ask our community, question that. Can he legitimately fight 2 times? Like, has he been fighting 2 times, right, in 1 year? And if so, who are the guys that he's going to fight? Who gets the Manny Pacquiao Willy Wonka ticket? So this is today's topic. Hopefully you guys are into it. You already know we're here hustling. Hit that thumbs up button. It helps with the visibility of the show. It's absolutely free, costs you nothing, and it's a way for you to support this show. You could go a step further, post this on your Facebook, your Instagram, your Twitter, tell the people at work, talk about it by the office cooler, water cooler, and listen, don't forget to tell a friend to subscribe. We're still trying to hunt down 118,000 subscribers, and we can't do that without you guys. Corpus Christi, Toronto, buenos dias. What's going on, gentlemen?
What up, Jersey? How cold is it?
I try not to step out the house, man. I open the door, let the dogs go out. I got this kid named Brian comes through, picks up the shit weekly. I don't go out.
Could you run?
Man.
Could you, like, is it like a manageable cold, like you could run?
I don't even open up the weather app, man. I'm not interested in
no
stepping
shit. So you
out.
really have no idea.
I'm not stepping out, man. I got a few more days before I close, God willing, and then it's changed my weather forever. Ooh, look at that slogan. Change the weather forever. That could be like a hook, yo. Just
that
saying.
Is a hook.
I know.
Yeah. What up, Canada?
What up, Corpus Christi, Jersey? What up? Thank you to the man upstairs for another one, man. Allowed us to be here to talk boxing. What up, TBV chat, the world? What's happening? You know what I'm saying? I'm happy, man, this morning. Another great morning to talk boxing. And we talking about the living legend himself. Manny Pac-Man Pacquiao, the senator Manny Pacquiao. You know what I'm saying? You don't pick Manny, he picks you. And Manny Pacquiao.
Emmanuel.
Emmanuel doesn't pick you. You don't pick him. He picks you. And Emmanuel is going to be choosing his opponent for April. Who is it going to be? Dun, dun, dun.
That's it. I'm going to start calling him Emmanuel.
Yo, but let's start ruling people out.
Oh, damn, that's a dope Toronto hat. My bad. Go ahead.
No, all good. I'm just saying, can we figure out a way that we can rule people out who we think can't get this fight or won't get this fight?
Okay, I think that if we're gonna operate under the assumption that he has 2 fights next year, beginning in April, which I still think is very much pushing it, because if you go on to read the article in question, where Manny Pacquiao was quoted, as was an aide, you know that he's a senator. An aide was also quoted, a man by the last name of Garcia, oddly enough, like Mikey, but not Mikey, is an aide of his. He talks about the fact that Manny does need a crowd, and he's very skeptical of Manny fighting without a crowd. So April's pushing it to fight with a crowd, especially a full attendance crowd, maybe partial. But if we're operating under that, I think you can easily take out Terrence Crawford, easily take out Spence, and for sure those two you can take out.
Why take out Spence?
Because it's a 2-year gap. I went and did the not research. I mean, it's took me 5 seconds to look. Manny Pacquiao has not fought without Manny Pacquiao has fought with a 6-month and 7-month gap when he has fought 2 times within a year. Okay, that's the biggest and shortest gap. The biggest gap being 7 months, the shortest gap being 6 months. With Manny Pacquiao being out so long, I cannot see him taking the 2 most dangerous fights in the welterweight division. It's just, to me, it's just not... It's not something that they're going to do. So you look for him to get a softer touch. I think a Conor McGregor probably makes more sense in that realm. But without the crowd, how do you do that? And then a Mikey Garcia, just simply based on the, size, because the skill set is there for Mikey. But I just think we can rule out Spence and Crawford for sure. Oh, Doomsday in the house. Call him.
Well,
the best part of waking up
is TBV in your cup.
What's going on, the best part of waking up is seeing the Doomy created what are they called? Emojis, yeah, there you go.
Emojis, yeah. Shout out to Gem J, man. He the fucking master of disaster.
He the master.
Yeah, so if you remember to look at those emojis, man. These are part of your perks. Hope you like them.
I mean, a lot of UK bias. Why is only AJ and Fury though?
No,
Manny
champ.
Pacquiao, Spence, Crawford.
A lot more, champ.
Oh, they got updated today, because yesterday it was only the Dazn and the AJ.
The Dazn.
Yeah, that was the beta. The beta.
The Dazn got a crown now.
Oh, word?
Yeah.
Dazn.
Oh, wow. So y'all updating. Like it. I love it. So the Doomatron decided to join us. How are you, my friend? Good morning.
Good morning, man. It's raining over here in Jersey. Sorry, fellas. I was the last one on the boat. But nonetheless, the information that we're getting this morning is kind of the telltale, right? Like, Manny's probably gonna end up taking these soft touches. Why
really?
not?
Who says?
I mean, according to that boxing scene article that I'm reading, it insinuates a little bit that he's had MMA super bouts offered, or they've been kind of like in the air that he could easily grab up. I see Conor McGregor running towards Manny Pacquiao to fight him, and he's 42.
Yeah, but I think
he's a legend. He's done much.
I think it's unfair that you guys continuously say that Pacquiao is looking for a payday when he keeps fighting these young guys. I mean, Broner's young. Thurman was young. He's not doing...
I don't think it's that he's looking for a payday. I think he's looking for a softer touch before he ultimately goes in there with a big, huge, difficult fight. If anything, I don't...
Yeah, but how realistic
bigger.
is McGregor? Because I don't know when Doomy jumped on, but we were singling out who can't get the fight. working backwards.
Work backwards.
So,
I like that.
So Mario believes that Crawford and and Spence won't get it because Pacquiao's been out the ring too long for him to go straight into those elite level fights. So that leaves us Mikey, some McGregor.
Yeah, that McGregor. I mean, look, coming out of
I guess the possibility of Floyd is still always there. You know.
Damn. See that gets me more excited as a purist in
But
boxing,
the thing is, if he doesn't want Errol or Crawford off of a layoff, why would he take Floyd off of a layoff? And Floyd's scheduled to go anyway in February, so April isn't gonna be Floyd, so he's out. He's out. He's off the table. You know?
Yeah. I don't know. Again, I just think it comes down to what's realistic.
What do you guys think about the possibility of him taking Danny off a loss to have that common opponent with Errol, and at the same time, quote unquote, tune up soft touch?
Well, you know what they say, Manny picks you, I guess. I don't know if Danny merits that match. You know, I don't know how the business minds or the people.
Well, that's
that
what I
are
mean.
in line
It
for that
wouldn't be
fight
about
think.
meriting. Doomy is more about, would you consider Danny off a loss the tune-up that you think Pacquiao deserves, being the legend that he is, right? You don't want him to fight Crawford or Errol straight off a 2-year layoff. So is Danny a suitable tune-up for you?
Nah, he's not.
I prefer Mikey
tune-up.
Garcia.
Yeah, me too. Well, even Mikey Garcia is a hell of a fight, but like I can't.
But
I
Mikey
can't call Danny a
lost to
tune-up.
Earl too, so it's like you giving Mikey a shot because he lost to Earl, but you ain't giving Danny one.
Yeah, it's more. I think I find it. Not to cut you, I find Danny to be a little bit more dangerous for Pacquiao than Mikey, in my personal opinion. So I think it's more of a size matchup too. Be better for Pacquiao coming off of Thurman, which was a bigger fighter than him, younger. I think Mikey being about the same height and stuff like that, he might be able to, have a little bit more success, given that he just fought a bigger opponent.
Mitty seems to think that Pacquiao doesn't need a common opponent. He don't need to build up the fight, but I think Mitty's not thinking of it from Pacquiao's perspective and the long layoff. And yeah, Earl is a big task. So why wouldn't Pacquiao want a common opponent to see how he does versus someone that Earl handled? What if he goes in there? Yeah, what if he goes in there and stops Danny, and it's the tune-up, build-up fight that was necessary to take this over the top?
Listen, it's got to check boxes, right? One of the boxes it's got to check is it can't be like the most grueling fight in the world. Like, it just can't. It can't be a Spence. It can't be a Crawford. The guy's coming off of a really busy Senate what do they call, like when they're in chambers and stuff, right? From what I've read, they've been super busy in the Philippines trying with the COVID, trying to figure everything out.
Until March. He's going to be busy all the way up until March,
Up until March. And you want to fight in April, like that's just not doable to fight a Spencer. So for me, I do like a Danny Garcia. Here's the thing. I think Mitty's right. He doesn't need a common opponent, but I think Ness's point is valid in that what would it hurt? A Danny Garcia gives you that common opponent that you can build to Errol Spence. Makes perfect sense. Plus, the guy's coming off of a loss, and he didn't look super sharp. Danny is a guy like Manny Pacquiao who has other things outside of boxing that keep him distracted. So you have two guys who, essentially have bigger careers at this point, who have other things outside that they're dealing with, business-wise, and just a lot of things that keep them tied up and where boxing isn't the main priority. And Danny's never been the biggest welterweight. So all those boxes checked off with a Manny Pacquiao opponent first.
Mario.
Okay, yeah.
I hear you, but
that was it.
I mean, I feel like Danny Garcia is a bigger puncher, man. He's a big puncher. Put in the 42-year-old living legend in that type of fire. It's not. I wouldn't be the smartest route.
Bruh, Danny and Thurman got to be on the same level, bruh. Thurman just ain't got the 135 pounders to show off that Danny got in Red Shack, or not even Red Shack because he didn't stop him. It was Brandon Rios that he stopped in Granados. You know what I mean? So
I understand that, but in the last few years, Danny Garcia has had more knockouts than Keith Thurman. He has knocked up a paint can in about 3-4 years.
You don't think it matters? You don't think it matters who you knocking over?
Oh, for sure. Of course it matters. But at the same time, it matters also who you step in the ring and you get in the win or loss. So it's the same. It's matters. It really comes down to you put somebody in there that's not supposed to be in there with you. You get him out of there. That's what you're supposed to do. You're not supposed to play with your food. So when it comes to you, Danny Garcia, if he's in there with somebody ain't supposed to be in there with him, he gets them out of there. Keith Thurman, on the other hand, Josecito Lopez wasn't supposed to be in there. I know he's coming off injury or whatnot, but you're supposed to handle that a lot differently. So, there's a lot. The pendulum swings both ways, in my opinion. You know what I mean? But I wouldn't put the 42-year-old living legend in a firefight like with Danny Garcia.
Super chat. Eric
Cruz. No, go ahead.
Got you. From Eric Cruz, shout out to Cruz, saying super excited Canelo and Triple G fight week.
Separate fight weeks.
Separate fight weeks.
Yeah, he trying to clout chase with GGG and Canelo. Get out of here, Cruz.
Yo, but I'll say this: out of the two fights, the one that I think makes the most sense is Danny, in terms of like setting up everything to Errol, right? But the fight that I would actually rather see is Mikey Garcia. I feel like there is some like semblance of that old featherweight division, the four kings that we had in Marquez, Barrera, Morales, and Pacquiao. That was my golden age of boxing for me. High school, middle school to high school, and they were great fights. I think Mikey, has been not necessarily a full like style approach, but he is reminiscent of those guys, and I have seen him go through firefights, but he's also smart with it, and that's what Morales brought to the table. That's what Marquez brought to the table. I think a Manny Pacquiao fight could be somewhat of a throwback fight with Mikey Garcia, but ultimately I think Danny really, like I said, he checks off the boxes for all the reasons that Nesset said.
So what do we say then? Does he get a let's call it an A-class tune-up, which we're talking about, Danny and I.
I like that.
And I'm so sorry, Danny, if you're listening right now. I hate calling you a tune-up. I don't even know why we're saying
A-class. I mean,
but I'm putting that prestige just to make it not a tune-up, right? But A-class tune-up, or does he get a guy like, and this is just example, Josecito Lopez coming back? You know what I'm saying?
To build up, yep.
Yeah, to build up. What is he doing? I don't see him taking any of those type of tune-ups. He's only coming back for big paying fights and high level fights. So when you say he needs,
but that's why Danny at least can sell the tickets and obviously do a pay-per-view. Josecito can't. Maybe Mikey could, but we have to think economically and strategically when deciding who he's gonna pick, because again, he's not about to go lose, right? So he's not going to pick Crawford or Errol off a long layoff. But he still needs to get paid his mandatory $10 million, $20 million. And you can't just do that with anybody. So you do need a Danny type, a Mikey type. I don't think Josecito can do it, but maybe he can, because once upon a time Canelo picked him. Once upon a time he beat Victor Ortiz and became the Riverside Rocky story. Then he got the Canelo shot, but he lost. Does anyone remember that enough for Pacquiao to bring him back out the grave? I don't think so. We have to think about who is economically a viable option for him. Maybe Porter. Porter's done a pay-per-view, but that's a tough fight. Is he going to do Porter? No. You know what I'm saying? So it's hard unless they go back to Fox, right? And they say, look, let's just give Pacquiao for free. What's the most you can give us? What does Pacquiao take for a Sergey Lipinets, on Fox?
Yes, and listen, the stars align really well for that fight in the sense that Manny Pacquiao demands too big of. Listen, Manny Pacquiao demands too big of a purse for him not to get paid off of a full attendance, right? So to fight a guy where attendance really doesn't matter all that much, that'll bring Manny Pacquiao's price down, that leads him to a much bigger fight, because if he's realistically going to fight 2 times this year, it's not going to be Spence and Crawford back to back. I don't even think it's Mikey Garcia and Spence back to back. I think that this softer touch off of a guy who's 43 years old by the time the fight rolls around, off a 2-year layoff by the time almost that it comes around. Look, these are way too big a demand.
I can't believe
like Lipinets probably does make a little more sense.
I can't believe we didn't even see it. And you, out of all people, Mitty hit the nail on the head. Khan was just given the Middle Eastern WBC belt. And this fight makes more sense for Khan in the Middle East. You know, maybe they can do it in the Middle East if they could get some fans, and then they just stream it back to us. And Khan is a tune-up. The chin is fragile enough that, you know, Pacquiao won't feel afraid, but the drawing power is big enough that the economics are there to put together that fight. I think that's probably high on the options, depending on the broadcaster, right? Like, is Fox, I'm not into politics, but are they going to have an issue streaming a fight from, like, the Middle East?
I don't think so. I mean, they deal with UFC, whose Fight Island, if I'm not mistaken, is...
Yeah, ask your question one more time.
Fight Island. What you know about that?
Ask your question one more time, Ness.
I mean, is Fox going to have an issue streaming a fight from the Middle East?
Nah, they shouldn't have a problem because right now Khan is the president in the Middle East. You know what I'm saying? He getting all type of awards. Also, he did the Billy Dib over there in the Middle East. So, I mean, pay-per-view for...
Yeah, but we didn't get it. We didn't get that.
I know, but I think with the...
And we didn't get this kid who's about to fight Canelo. We didn't get that either. We got that on Dazn. Yeah, we got that on Dazn when he fought in RADA. And even AJ, that was an app when he fought Ruiz.
UFC's ESPN.
They're gonna have to work out some type of deal with this type of fight in the Middle East. It's gonna be pay-per-view. For sure, they're gonna be able to see that fight.
Yeah,
again, no care where it is. It could be in Africa.
I mean, you know, hopefully, but no one picked it up in the past.
Right. People have had problems. You know, there's been a lot of political drawbacks from dealing with the Middle East at this point, and like the WWE's taken a huge PR hit for staging some of their biggest shows there. So
it'll be new territory for Fox and Showtime, though. No, it'll be new territory. They haven't really explored that territory in order to do a live.
More reason for it to be questionable.
Yeah. Well, I know UFC definitely did it while they were with Fox. You know, even though they are with ESPN. Thank you to, I think it was Dakota that told me that you know, Fox is UFC. I mean, I'm sorry, UFC is ESPN, but Fox did have a show with UFC one time that was in Abu Dhabi and a few other places there in the Middle East. So, you know, I think it's a valid point though that Ness makes. But essentially, I think that works better anyway.
But
now,
Mario, if it makes money, it makes sense, man.
Absolutely.
If it makes, I can't see how Fox, who went to another network like ESPN, another giant network, to make a fight happen, who won't go to the Middle East, who know Middle East got the money, they got the bag. You know what I mean? The site fee alone is going to be retarded.
Yeah, but the site fee got nothing to do with the network.
I'm just saying, but the network, just from seeing what the site fee is, they know they can make their money.
Listen to me. No.
I like it.
Let me remind you that Jeff McCroskey was offering Eddie and AJ more money to stage the fight in America. Remember that. He was offering them a bigger rights fee to do it in America.
You got the article for that? Because I'd love to read that.
Google it.
Oh, no, I gotta Google it.
Of course, you're gonna question it.
You gotta bring facts.
You're gonna question it.
You ask the background. I need facts. I'm not rolling with that.
You want to question it? We interviewed. Listen, we was all over that. We interviewed. You could probably find it on our own interviews with Jeff. But you can Google it.
Don't ask me that question.
He was offered more money on a broadcast fee from Dazn, but they still went to Saudi because they were getting a bigger site fee.
Listen, I think Khan makes so much sense for like a multitude of reasons. First of all, and I know this doesn't count anymore because this era is gone, but the era with Khan, Bradley, Marquez, Mayweather, Pac, I mean, there was a contingency of people that believed Khan was the only guy that could beat a Floyd Mayweather or Manny Pacquiao just because of his offensive skill set that he possesses. That's the thing, is if you have a Khan who's able to dedicate himself at this point fully, he is one of the most dangerous fighters out there. The problem is he can't do that, and he has. I don't know when's the last time he was able to do that in his entire career. But every box that you look for in a Pacquiao opponent coming out the gate to 2021 I mean, Khan checks that box. I mean, and not for nothing, but when you look down the road, right? Because right now people say, oh, he beat Khan. Khan's old. Khan's washed up, whatever. But when you look down the road, it's going to be the same thing like with Kell Brook. Like, you just not gloss over it, but you look at the resume and you say, oh, my God. Oh, and he beat Khan. Yeah. Oh, man, look at Manny Pacquiao's record. Thurman, Khan, back-to-back. Like, that's a pretty significant, those are significant heads to be putting on the mantle for real.
Call you significantly. And significantly, I see, Robert was, in his boxing scene article, he was the one that kind of mentioned that, maybe, and I'll just say the quote, right? Robert Garcia said on the PBC podcast, he says, so Pacquiao may just consider getting easier fights against MMA/UFC guys. Like they've talked about with Floyd Mayweather did, and make just tons of money and not take any chances. You never know what Pacquiao might do. If it doesn't happen, Mikey has to think of something else. We have to plan other stuff. And it's just going along with the money line that we're we believe that he will follow. I mean, you're 42, you're not going to take the big chances. We're talking about tune-ups. But is it possible that maybe he could just come back with one of those, spectacle fights, get in shape, tune up?
Like the exhibition?
Yeah, not even an exhibition, just, a full-out, blown-out fight. But, Manny Pacquiao's so confident. He would destroy Conor
like a
McGregor
lesser
in the boxing
opponent. Yeah.
No,
Okay, with Conor. Sure.
Yeah.
I think so.
It's an opponent that's out of his realm,
No, I'm right there with you now. Yeah.
And at the same time, he's coming back. He's making his money. He's getting in shape. And he's back on the scene in a huge way with a Conor McGregor fight.
Word.
So I wouldn't mind that either, And then he can go for the guys that we really want him to fight with before he sets off into the sunset.
Word. I think Jeff Gurley nailed it because listen, if you think about Khan, he's also been out of the ring for a while. I mean, the layoffs kind of match up almost evenly.
Mario's excited.
Well, I'm just saying, like, I know I keep bringing up Khan, but I think it's a cool fight. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's probably like the two fastest hands. Like, if you're playing the
what's
boxing
cool
game,
about that fight? I'd love to know. Tell us, Mario. Break it down for us, Mario.
I'm gonna tell you. You know what it is?
Get me excited.
It's a video game fight, right? You're playing a video game, right? You're playing Fight Night, and you go and you look at their attributes. You see hand speed. This would be like two guys in the division that have the crazy hand speed in the ring at the same time. All those attributes kind of match up. This is like having Michael Vick on Madden playing, like a Tom Brady on Madden, and you're just doing all this crazy bombs and movement. It's just like a lot of stuff I think that could happen in the fight. I'm not saying Amir Khan wins. I'm just saying that he's such a dangerous fighter because offensively he's so good and near perfect. But his defense is, I'm not gonna lie, it's basuro. But Jeff Gurley, I like his co-main event too. He had Porter and Clayton's pretty good.
I know I missed it probably, but you guys mentioned the belt that he got. This Middle Eastern WBC belt, regional belt. What's the name of the belt? Is it a regional belt? Is it a belt?
Khan?
Yeah, I was a little confused, bro. I didn't know what to.
He's got a Middle Eastern WBC.
A Middle Eastern WBC welterweight.
Of course, he's a welterweight.
Wait, are y'all talking about the belt that they're gonna fight for coming up?
No, the one that they just presented to him.
Yeah, but isn't that to kick off his reign as the president or whatever? Like that's not his belt.
That's his
That's
belt.
the belt that they're gonna fight for. Am I wrong about that?
Nah, he was presented that belt, man. He was just elevated to he was elevated to Middle Eastern.
He was not.
Bro, go look at it.
Oh, I'm gonna Google that shit right now.
He was elevated to Middle Eastern champion.
Nah, that belt's.
What's wrong with this guy, Mike?
Watch, bro.
How the heck does that happen?
I mean, it happens because you're the most popular Middle Eastern fighter out there.
All right, so I can compare this belt to a diamond belt. Right?
Yes.
Oh, cool. That's where I was getting lost in the sauce.
Maybe less. It's obviously less than a diamond belt. From the pictures of it, it looks thinner and slightly cheaper. Seriously, I'm gonna Google it. Khan Middle Eastern.
Yeah, it's one of those
looks that up. I'm gonna just read real quick, not to cut you off, Doyen. Noah G. Dallas says, I told everyone months ago that Pacquiao's next fight would be against Mikey Garcia. possibly back in Texas. Only place allowing big number of fans. Yeah, that's right. Y'all doing it big in Texas.
Yeah, no. Listen,
That's where it needs to be. That's actually that makes a lot of sense. What?
Khan was presented with the WBC Boxing Middle East belt as the president to they're going to have a fight on December 19th between two other contenders to crown that WBC Middle Eastern champion. That's what's going on. In fact, there are some people speculating that this is even further more evidence that Khan's going to retire, which was a big storyline at the very beginning of the year, that he was going to have one more fight, and then they said that that COVID killed those chances.
He's appointed the president of the WBC Middle East Boxing Council.
Yes.
So he about to start scouting.
He got a seat at the table.
They gave it to him to attract more fighters into the Middle East to compete for the belt, because obviously he's
so he's not
draw,
okay.
like
So they didn't make him a champ.
Really
they didn't make him a champ. They just made him a president. All good. All good.
Yeah, it wasn't nearly as bad, I guess.
Yo, but where's the belt? I can't find it. I'm gonna have to go on the WBC's thing. I can't find it. It was like black. It had like gold and black in it. I gotta pull it up, man.
Mario Googled it, and then all of a sudden he got deflated. His boy's not fighting. He's not a champ.
He's closer to retirement than anything else.
He just got given a belt to take the desk. It's all good.
We'll just always have to wonder if he would have beat Mayweather or Pacquiao.
Yeah, you're gonna stay wondering, bro. Unless he comes out of retirement, right? fights Mayweather
in an exhibition.
I see nothing on the WBC's page
about the belt.
I'm sending it right now. Just give me a second.
Oh,
I like that they did that. Now that I know exactly what they did, because Khan is very popular.
Yeah, he'll attract. That's what we need. That's what we need. We need little hubs like that everywhere, so they can attract more people to the sport. I love it too.
We might be getting some cold killers out of the Middle East pretty soon.
They need to do TBV WBC, man. Make us amateurs so we can have our own tournament. Here it goes, right here. I got it. Time to screen share, y'all. He's on the president's Instagram. Know what I'm saying? He's on
El Presidente stuff.
Yeah.
El Presidente.
Moro. So see, it's pretty thin. Actually, it at least has the back of it is like a real WBC, but then it just has two faces: the father, Jose Suleiman, and Muhammad Ali. And that's how you know that you're big. You on every single belt. Well, I wonder when Floyd will get on there like that. You know what I mean? And then it's more like a regional title. The center, not the leather though. Not the leather. Like if you pull up what's his Tiburón name? The belts he used to have from the from the WBC. The leather doesn't look like this, but the center WBC plate is as small. Now this one looks like it's diamond encrusted with some red rubies as well. It's a pretty official center plate. I like it.
I like it.
It definitely looks better than the Latino WBCs and the Intercontinental WBCs. Like I said, this leather is way better.
No, I like it.
Good. It looks good. And Khan's gonna sport some fucking fire shit or some icy shit. You saw the trunks he donated in that
You're
fight.
gonna bedazzle it.
My bro went into the ring with like $60,000 boxing trunks, and then he offed them for charity. But yeah, I see the diamonds, I see the ice, I see how the Middle East do it. Y'all do it big,
For everybody that talks bad about him, y'all are gonna miss Khan when he gone, cause he was a presence inside and outside the ring. That's it. I'm not saying nothing more about it.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
You hate it.
I've come
look at Errol's belt though. The one they made for Errol was crazy. Now Danny had to be disrespect. Oh, they put Danny face on it at least. This was just a trophy for the moment, for the day. Like, look, you fought Danny on your comeback after this accident. This belt represents that day. But
they gave him a new belt?
Yeah, but it's just a trophy for that day. So this one's something you put in your mantle. It's not the one you
Oh,
defend.
got you. Cool.
But it's
cool.
for
so
that
it, like,
day.
signifies the fight, but it's not the
Yeah,
actual
yeah.
belt.
If you look on the right of the belt, it got the Texas flag. Then it has the father, and in the middle is Errol. Then on the left of the belt, it has Muhammad Ali again, synonymous with boxing. And then Danny, who he fought, and then the same logo of like an angel with boxing gloves and the COVID mask. So it's like representing the times. I'll try and zoom in more for you.
Yo, that looks so fly for real.
And this one's bigger. The plate's bigger. It has all the
no,
the
this
countries
one
around the world.
no, because this one is designed identical to the real belt, right? So what's missing here, obviously what they changed is Danny and the Texas and the COVID logos on the side, and then the center with the angel. But that's a real WBC strap right there. You know, they just you know, they customed
real official tissue, huh?
They customed it for him. I'm trying to find an international one so I can show you that. I'm gonna not screen share until I do find it, because I want to show you the international compared to the. Damn, what is this?
Bacoli just won that one, right? It said somebody on the chat. He said that Bacoli just won the WBC international belt on the Pulev card. So he must have had it. He must have been waving it around. I didn't get to see that.
Oh wow, here goes a.
Damn, that's such a dope.
Yo,
belt.
here's a close up of the belt for Errol to show you the medallion even better. That was dope. It was a COVID mask. Yo, they got that on. They put a Scully on it and everything. Got a little cat. Yo, they tripping. I like it though. I like it.
Somebody nasty with
it's called
tool.
For All the Heroes. So it's like definitely a COVID belt.
Damn, got the wings on it. I see.
Yo, they make straps for everything, but I get them because this is like a memento of the fight, man. You won this, you go ahead and you put that for you, you know.
Yeah. Nah, it's a remembrance of the times. I mean, look, they get a lot of crap for the all the belts they make, but some of these belts are actually meaningful.
No, definitely.
Shout out to the WBC, man. Always getting on top of things. You know what I'm saying? Right now, the first responders, they're showing much love to all the first responders with this belt right here, with the scrubs on, with the mask. You know what I'm saying? With the gloves on. I love the way that, you know what I'm saying, whether it's breast cancer, whether it's whatever time of the year it is, they always step up and make sure that they show their presence, humanitarian work. I love it, man. I love it. Shout out to the WBC, man.
Yo, and shout out to everybody, all the 80 people that have hit the like button. Continue to hit the like. If you haven't done it, do that now. If it's in the future, do it still anyway. And yeah.
Yo, my man Mauricio got Chapo.
Yo, look at the one they gave Arce. Look at the one they had Arce and Julio Cesar Chavez fighting for. This is like a Mayan belt status.
You know, somebody showed me a picture of it the other day, but it wasn't the right one. I don't think I really ever saw it. Like a really good.
Yeah, this is for the
visual.
The Azteca Warrior belt, eh?
Yeah,
I'll
man.
let you know in 30 seconds, Vato.
That's the Azteca Warrior belt right there.
Let's go, champ.
That's how in South Texas. That's how.
Damn, I like that.
That's how
WBC
they don't even use the V. It's just like, oh yeah, Zato.
Yo, what's up with these 85 thumbs up, man? Let's go, TBV
Word.
Army. Uppercut that freaking thumbs up button like AJ did Kubrit this weekend. Let's go, champs.
What's my man Tiburon's name?
Oh, you talking about El Tiburon? Vences?
Yeah, Andy, right?
Andy Vences, yeah.
Vences. There we go. He got that strap or had that strap.
Yo, super chat from Alex Jones says the WBC will start making belts just for turning up to weigh in soon. Yeah, champ.
Yo, but you gotta remember,
they got a lot of belts.
They don't like that belt they gave Errol. That was them showing Errol love for what he went through. They didn't charge him for that, so you know.
Well, but I don't think he's
it's
even
a
talking.
trophy.
I think he's just talking about like belts, like in general. You know, Intrum, Silver, Galactic, all the belts that they make.
No, I get you.
This
I
one
get
you're
you,
talking
but
about was
I
more
just
of
don't
like
want
a
them to be
sincere
confused.
gesture.
I just don't want them to be confused with like a belt that you earn and defend versus a belt that you're getting as a memento tribute.
Great point.
tribute or remembrance of your fight or something, you know, in your life. I just want them to understand, because, you know, when we talk sanctioning bodies, it's like, you know, it's like saying curse words to certain people. They either like or dislike certain sanctioning bodies, or think they're all, you know, out for money or money hungry, and, you know, this is a different story. I think he took it down because he lost that strap. What the hell?
Think so?
Damn.
Oh, here we go. It looks almost, damn, he could be like, yo, Ness, stop playing. Me and Khan got the same strap. Let's fight for it.
That's a good idea.
Look,
Khan's ready to take
it's almost, it actually don't look nothing like Khan's, but it looks decent. This one is a Continental America champion.
Let's see it, champ.
I still
slightly
wait.
similar,
Let's see.
slightly similar.
30 seconds.
Slightly similar, but not as nice looking as Khan's. Khan's definitely looks a little bit better. Baldy, don't you get fucking timed out calling the WBC trash.
No, you can time him out for calling.
I will time him out.
That's it.
He power hungry.
He just went.
No matter what the people say.
Yo, y'all seen the belt yet? So I can stop.
Now we're seeing it's far off.
I see it now. Yeah,
but I see
wish
the
you could
black,
zoom in a little bit.
The black background in the plate is kind of dope.
Call you zoom in more.
Zoom in more a little bit. Yeah, that would be dope.
But I see
it looks dope from here, like from where I can see it. Right, Doomy? You like it or no?
No, I like the black background. I just would like to get a better figure on the center.
Okay, here goes another pick. My bad. I should have seen this one. It's gonna take you another 14 seconds, but that's all right.
That's liking the picture like a G.
Let's go, champ. You feel me?
There you go. Right
Ain't no
there.
hater.
Oh, up close and personal with that belt. Let's go,
Yo, right
champ.
when you said that, it just barely zoomed in.
It zoomed in like.
Because I know you're not talking about. Yeah, I know you're not talking about what you just did.
I got it. I got to see it way better though. It had the WBC logo in the center.
Hey, shower pom pom. You want to be timed out? You will die. You will
what
die.
What the hell is Shower Pon them doing? Shower Pon
WBC is definitely not their purpose. Y'all know that's WBA.
C-Dub, you got something to say? You got something to say, C-Dub? I'm coming for you too. Wait till I stop screen sharing. All y'all getting sniped.
Shower upon them. Don't shower upon the WBC.
Let me get the lays out, man. Let me get the lays out, man. Who going down first, man? Who get the lays first,
much as the
man?
crap they say, though, guys, remember the WBC is one of the very few, if any, or maybe the only one that does.
Bro, it's the only belt. It's the only belt fighters care about, man. That's just the bottom line. All these dudes in here trolling.
Flowers, man. Outside of their professional sanctioning duties, they do so much other programs. They do a lot for kids. They have, they have just so much. If you really go on their website, you really want to critique the WBC, go to the website, see what they're doing before you make a final say in your heart about them. They confused the shit out of us in the last 2 years with these belts, but we've come along, we've adapted, just like everything else we've done in this daggone world at this current time. So, I just, I really appreciate what they do. I really do.
But the narrative, though, Doomy, and this goes back to, like, people always talk about, like, fake news. Oh, it's fake news. First of all, is there fake news? Yes, but it's just not what the president always says. Fake news is based on the idea that people put out a narrative that suits the people that they actually work for, right? But in this case, what happened was, I feel like too many people try to get on their soapbox over the last like 10, 15 years. The internet was more available, and you had guys like Dan Rafael champion for, calling out to the WBA, the WBO, and the WBC. The WBC, whether you agree with what they have done or not, whether you think that their intent is in the right place, they've made mistakes, and they'll be the first to admit it. They've done things that don't seem to have any real thought behind them. But at the end of the day, I don't think that it's corrupt. Like, I always used to have this narrative, and it was because it was the narrative that writers pitched to me. But now I don't believe that Suleiman is in it for the money. Like, yes, it takes money to keep these things going, so it's an important part. But I don't see him as the same person that I once thought, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, look, it's times have changed, man. Look, not everybody's okay with change, and with time, people, will get adapted to it or used to it, or just, kind of say, okay, this is how it worked out. The big issue was these belts, the franchise belts, and all that other stuff. And honestly,
even the
now
silver belt too.
True, but even so now, like I look at it as an educated fan and as an educated person that sits here and analyzes all this stuff. I'm more educated now, so I'm not just gonna say, oh, this doesn't matter. Yeah, this is about the money, guys. This is always about the money. So we ran through this subject plenty of times. It's just positioning and money and ways to negotiate and have better negotiations. That's what this was for. And I know it takes out of the purist in ourselves, about what we really want to see. We had your man Jeff's boy Ryan on here, and a lot of people want it that way. One title, one champion, in a division.
Well, but that's the thing, Doomy. Look, I think Mike Tyson brought up a point the other day to counter Floyd's. Like Floyd said, there's too many belts in boxing. Recently, Mike Tyson came out and said that he doesn't agree with Floyd. He thinks that there should be more belts because there's so many more fighters. And I don't remember the exact way he broke it down, but bottom line is there is already 4 title belts per division based on the fact that we have a WBC, WBA, WBO, and IBF. The problem is when these sanctioning bodies start creating more belts within that division, then you have interims, which are only supposed to be used when a fighter can't make his title defense, and they've gone on to just issue interim belts. Like the other day, Ugas got an interim belt like nobody knew until after the fight was over and he was in his hotel room with it. But I think that that's the narrative that gets twisted. A lot of times they feel like that's for money. I don't think it works the same way that it's just more complicated than that. But look what ends up happening. They create situations where we get backlogs, and now the Haney situation. So it's just like it's a lot. It's a lot to really fully understand and comprehend. I still don't fully get it all the time at all. So I don't know.
Yo, Doomy, you gotta get us a bud in a chicken nugget, a bud tender. I want that emoji, dog. I love. Yo, they got bud. Is that bud like this? Anymore. Is that bud like this?
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's hilarious.
Yeah, Bud's thinking like, who's next?
That was official. Yo.
And shout out to all the members at any given tier. All of you are a part of the family, already were, but we appreciate your support. And for those that are wondering, hey, what happened when members only live chat got turned on? Listen, if you want to be if you want to have the shield to protect yourself from being thrown into the shadow realm when this happens, you can just go ahead click that join button. If you're on your mobile device, go on the web browser, sign into YouTube. Don't use the app on your mobile. Use the web browser, sign onto YouTube, and the join button will be accessible to you. Look at those 3 tiers, pick whatever suits you best. Come join the fun, champs.
Yo, they said we need a Wilder emoji. And what was the other one I was about to say? Oh my God, they going so fast.
As memberships increase, we will have access to more emojis.
Yeah.
We currently have access to 12, but as more members join, this is going to get better, guys. Much, much better. The more members that are coming, the more things we're going to go ahead and provide.
Yeah, because it's all about unlocking. Like, we can't just do what we want until we get more members. So that's how it works.
Yo, man, these are dope for real. I feel bad because I didn't send Doomy my picture until just right now.
Oh man,
so now I'm not an emoji, man.
We had an S emoji already, but I wanted to run it through the skip first. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay.
Show them.
It
I
looks
sent
ugly.
you mine, but if it's too big, I can send you another one.
Yo, I tried to send them. I sent them mine with my strap. I sent them mines with my strap. I want my strap on it. But anyway,
bruh,
I think
that's gonna be all belt.
I think we should open up the phone lines.
I know, right?
Open up
just
these
make sure you
phone
give me a
lines.
picture of your.
Francis looks fresh.
Yeah,
Francis looks good. I like the way his came out.
Damn, you sent it where you sent it at?
Which one?
What are you talking about?
I don't know. He's saying Francis came out good. You already put it up?
Francis is up. Space Predator. Go look at the chat. Space Predator got Francis up.
No, Francis is not in there.
Oh, that's not Francis?
That's AB.
Hey, yo, they called you AB. They think
shit, my bad. No. Listen.
Because of the hat? Is it because of the hat?
No, I'm not playing. Yeah, it was because of the hat. I swear to God, it was the hat and the beard. I was like, oh, they got a Francis one. Yo, I swear to God, I thought that was Francis. But now I can see that that's AB.
Yo, it
I'm
looks.
just saying, Francis.
Yo, the Pacquiao and Errol, the Pacquiao and Errol look
like,
crazy.
I don't even know that's a diss.
Nah, that's not a diss.
Yo.
AB rich as shit. You crazy.
Yo, the Pacquiao and
just hit us
Errol
with the
is
super chat real
so like Pacquiao, Errol, and Bud look so clear and freaking official.
Oh yeah.
Ja the Real in the super chat just had a little concern, I guess. Hey, Mr. Ja, Patreon members can't chat. I don't know emoji, surprised emoji. No yearly memberships. For the YouTube family.
Yeah, I don't know if they do yearly, man. Listen, we're not in control of the features.
Yeah.
Remember, it's as we unlock, they give us new abilities.
Mario, look what you started.
I
This
know,
is
bro.
new.
I'm so sorry.
What?
Look what you started, Mario. I get it enough with ego and now somebody else now. Golly.
Yeah, it looks like YouTube has it set up where it's a monthly membership. I don't know if they're offering yearly memberships just yet. I know when you click the join button, they would absolutely give you the
Patreon
option.
Patreon is, and remember, the benefit of Patreon is that you get that MP3 with no ads. Remember, we do 4-hour shows, 3-hour shows on average, and you know you don't want to have ads interrupting your boxing talk every 10 minutes, you know. But we gotta eat, even though we ate. You know what I'm saying? Listen, let's go out to these phone lines. 1 4 2 5 5 6 9 5241. Press 1 time to voice your opinion right here on the Voice of the People hotline. Don't forget, you could also add Nestor Gibbs on Skype to be part of the conversation anywhere in the world. You can download that app right there on your iPhone or Android. App Market. I don't know whether the phones are out there, but anywhere that has an app market, you can definitely download the free Skype app and call us up by adding Nestor Gibbs on Skype. Once again, the number to call in, 1-425-569-5241. Press 1 time to voice your opinion. Let me go on out to these sponsors and get out to the phone lines.
These calls are brought to you by El Camino Electrical Services, experts in electric vehicle charging stations. For consultations and turnkey installation, visit us at elcaminoelectricalservices.com.
Remember to rate us 5 stars on iTunes.
Subscribe to youtube.com/The Boxing Voice for the latest and greatest interviews with your favorite fighters.
Don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel. I think we need about 10 more subscribers to finally get to that 17,200. This is a slow month with subs, so we need to get some more subs so we can keep that train moving, man. We need to be on an upward, tick when it comes to these subscribers. We're trying to get to 1 million one day, and we ain't gonna do that by taking forever to get to 118,000. Looks like someone just signed up to be a ringer. They want to cut the line. Let's check this email out.
Ring the alarm.
Who is that? Who is that? Who are ya? Who are ya? I thought I just seen it. I don't know. Where'd it go? All right, Patreon. Here we go. Uh-oh. It's Baldy. It's Baldy's back. Baldy's back to a ringer. Uh-oh. Where we gonna get the we're gonna get that alarm out, man. Shout out to you a champ. I gotta cut that down. Let me tell you, I know Justin gonna get mad because he's trying to figure it out in the background, but let me tell you, I gotta cut that quick. Champ is getting me flagged left and right. I mean, I done flagged 50 dude, because the song blew up. Now it's on iTunes, so it's like, oh.
Wait a minute. How are they flagging you
when I basically birthed that song, right? Nah, because
but isn't Jesto didn't he give you the rights to it?
Yeah, I thought Jesto
they
was
trying.
cool, right?
They're trying to get it on the back end. It's just taking
YouTube
forever.
is.
But Daily, I'm talking about Daily. Anytime we ever played that shit, it's like Daily. I get an email like, oh,
just flag.
Flaggy.
Oh man, that's some whack stuff.
Yeah, man.
Yo,
and we was the grassroots, man. We was the grassroots of the song. We was the street team for that song. You know what I mean? We got that song out there to the public to make it what it was, and now they like, yo, chill.
Now they like,
chill.
taking it back.
Yeah, it's ours. They like matter of fact.
Fuck you, pay me.
And I'm like, really? Really? Yo, let's go to Adrian in Wisconsin. What's going on, champ? Champ.
Y'all hear me?
We hear you.
Hey, man, this Pacquiao-Khan thing, wasn't Khan Pacquiao's sparring partner when he was with Roach? I mean, having these dudes sparred a whole bunch of times together?
Yeah, they sparred a whole bunch of times.
They were in the camp at the same time.
So, I mean, my only thing about that is, if you're talking about these dudes being they were sparring partners, I mean, yeah, it's a good match for Pacquiao, I guess, coming back, but, like, these dudes know each other. They know how each other fight. So, to me, I mean, no offense, that's not exciting to me. I'd rather see him fight like a Danny, I guess, coming off a loss, because we know he's not going to fight any of the top two. But I'm not interested in that Khan fight. I think those dudes know each other way too much for that to be a good fight for the two of them. That's just my opinion on it, to be really honest with you. I don't want to see that.
Cut it. All right. Let me go out to New Jersey.
Just like the king is what I mean. The king is what I mean.
Hear ye, the king is here.
Yo. The court is open. Play the trumpets for me. Hey, yo, by the way, should greatness honor his commitment to battle bars, Doomy? I'm gonna need your trigger finger on a soundbite. That's all I can say about it. I got some fire bars planned. That's another story for another day. But Pacquiao, so Pacquiao's the new bag, I guess, at welterweight. If he's eyeing 2 April fights, everybody needs to keep their eye to see who's going to get picked. I guess our top contention is either Spence or Bud. Nobody can be mad if either one of these guys took the Pac-Man fight over each other. Outside of that, like, Pac-Man shouldn't be fighting nobody. If he fights anybody except Bud or Spence, I'm inviting Pacquiao to Border Wars, and I'm going to get down to 147 and stretch him out. We're not playing those kind of games. We got to keep boxing official. We got to hold these weight classes, hold everybody accountable. No bullshit, Pac-Man. Either Spence or Bud. That's all we want from you. We don't want shit else.
Cut it.
The fire's coming. Are you ready for the fire? We're firemen. We are firemen. Y vuelvo a nacer. Okay.
BoxingVoice.com.
Hey, Ness, thanks for picking me. Good morning, everybody. For Pacquiao, I don't know. It has to be like Amin just said. It has to be Spence or Bud. But if he picks Khan, I wouldn't be surprised, just as a warm-up. But at the end of the day, I'm still sad about Verdejo. I know I jumped in the other day and we were talking about Pulev, but that's my bleeding heart again. But rank doesn't cut him. Maybe a Rolly fight, even though Rolly's with TMT, but something that's like mid-level 135, because he can't move up and he can't move down. So, I don't know. I guess I'm still licking my wounds for Verdejo, but I ride with mine. So, it's all good. Thanks for calling. I'll be listening all day. Blessings, everybody. Out.
Mr. PBC, baby.
BoxingVoice.com.
I'm the fire. Canelo talking about he believes he can win. Go to my kitchen. Get the sharpest knife and cut the bullshit up. I don't care what you do good. I do every fucking thing great.
Mr. PBC, baby.
Yo, what's good? Hey, Doomy, hit me with that soundbite, man.
Well, let's go, champ.
The best part of waking up.
TBV and PBC is definitely in my cup. I can't wait to see Pacquiao and Errol Spence. You know, I'm a speaker, believe it, receive it, because obviously Deontay did it. You know, he had the haters really calling him he was played out. He's a sucker. All that stuff, man. So I'm gonna keep it like that. You know, I would love to see Sean Porter or Terrence Crawford. Hopefully that happens. Danny Garcia, Mikey Garcia. I just want to say that if Pacquiao tries to go a different route, it's probably going to be a tune-up, like the last caller said. But if that's what he wants to do, I guess he only got one more fight with PBC, and then he's probably on his own. But I'd rather see him fight the top.
Cut it. Izzy, Oklahoma.
Izzy, come to the light.
Hey, my bad. Try to get that mute button. I'm mixed on Pacquiao. I'd say he just needs to go fight a Paul brother and hang it up. But last time we saw him, he beat a top 3 welterweight. So hey, I'm not going to discount it. But I agree with King and Dennis. Fight one of the big ones or move on down the road.
So move it down go back to the what do they say? Go back to the docks.
Go away! So when you come across like a nice guy, but you're really a piece of shit. Hey, that comment. No, that was a piece of fuck you. That was a piece of shit. You know, we're doing live TV. Man, I don't care. What you gonna do about it? I'll tell you this, mother. Why do you have to talk like that? Well, I'm talking to you the way I want to talk to you. You have a problem? Turn off your station. I'm the best ever.
Yo, what's up, yo?
Hadouken!
Hey, Ness, we gonna have to put them bud tenders on suicide watch if Bud take a loss.
Who you gonna lose to?
Pacquiao, Errol Spence. Now he ain't gonna lose to no Pacquiao. I got Errol Spence still beating him. I'm just trolling this morning, but Pacquiao needs to I don't want to see him. If he ain't gonna come back and take no top fight, I don't want to see him come back and fight, man. You know, they fighting them YouTubers now. Conor McGregor. I can see Pacquiao trying to do something like that. But I'll be shocked if he call out Bud or Errol Spence. That's 2 top fights, and he say he want 2 fights. I don't see him taking them back to back. So he might do like a Conor McGregor first or Amir Khan, and then fight Errol Spence. I see him picking Errol Spence over Bud Crawford because he thinking Errol sweeter than that. So I mean, I just want to see if Pacquiao fight. I want to see him fight somebody. I don't want to see him come back and fight YouTubers and all that.
Thank you for your
all right.
Hey, Yo, Mario.
What up?
Let me tell you something. You're a rap fan. Everybody rap fan. You know Lil Wayne, right?
Yes.
Well, you got Edgar Berlanga kicking in with Lil Wayne. I mean, his stardom is growing by the minute. I'm just letting you know.
Damn, that's what's up. Yo, was that part of the?
He
was that part of the pictures that were uploaded that Ness was talking about, where he's kicking it with a bunch of celebrities, or did that just come out?
Nah, that was from the last one, but it's like everyone it goes more and more.
Got you.
Yo, shout out to Baldy, man. He said, hey, Ness, let Lidslow get his ringer back, because Baldy became a ringer, so he's letting Lidslow cut the line. And he said, great to be back supporting TBV. I'd give more, but I got white fridge problems. Laughing out loud emoji. Inside joke, champs. Inside joke. Yo,
Mario, that's huge, though. That's huge, guys. That's huge.
Oh, that's big time.
I mean, the fact that he was wearing the Terror Squad chain lets him know he already kind of crossed into that realm. And that's what I've been saying about a lot of these guys getting affiliated, getting associated with some of these bigger entertainers, whether it's an artist or an actor or something like that. It helps with your branding, right? It helps you hit those casual fans.
And I know you can do it, man. You got the.
You're on their side.
You're right.
Fence, you know what I'm saying? So that's good.
You're absolutely right. And if you remember, Lil Wayne has a decent little history inside of boxing over the last 10
Oh,
years or
yeah.
so. One thing people remember is the Maidana Mayweather fight, and then afterwards, Lil Wayne and his people got into it with Maidana's people, and so yeah, man, that's big time, bro. That's big time. All he needs now is Dave Chappelle. Dave Chappelle come through and dap him up, yo, it's over. Berlanga gonna be in a movie, and the next season of that movie with that show with Tracy Morgan.
We see my man Shakur Stevenson rocking the owl. You know what the owl represents, right? That's OVO all day. So shout out to him. And OVO's connected to Jay Prince, and Jay Prince connected to Lil. Listen, I'm telling you.
That was Drake stuff.
Yeah, Drake. Yeah, OVO. But Drake is connected to Jay Prince because they're part of the whole Houston movement, which is a part of Lil Wayne. Yeah, it's a long line.
That's the same little owl that's at the corner of your dollar.
Nah.
No, it ain't.
Same exact owl.
What?
I don't want to take it to the untitled conspiracy theory.
Let's do
that. I will take you down a road that you're not gonna like.
All right, I'm waiting for it. Let's do it.
Yo, hey, if you're gonna say anything negative about James Prince?
I'm not saying negative stuff about Jake. Nah, I'm not even like that. But I will say what symbols mean because they throw them right in your face. You know what I'm saying? Champ, let's not go off now. Let's not go off.
I'll wait because
it's a titled episode for the night.
Jeff Curley said Drake got mob ties.
Dude, mob ties for sure. Tied up,
mobbed up. Yo, but
if
Mexican Mafia, that's when you hit like another stratosphere of like crazy.
If anybody wants to have a little fun, take your dollar. All right, right hand corner at the top of that little curved in crevice, you'll see the little owl, and it looks exactly the same.
Wait a minute. It's the owl's on there. Or you gotta fold it to make it look like. Okay.
Get yourself a little lupa, and it's right there.
You gotta show it. Matter of fact, I think I got an American dollar in the crib.
I was like, wait, do I got a dollar? But then I knew I bought a water at the gym, so
then on Untitled, I'll give you the juicier stuff.
Yo, I'm gonna use my Patreon to ask the question. So you got somebody to ask. I'm gonna ask it.
Well, Pac-Man, Pac-Man says that in March he has a lot of stuff going in the Senate, right?
Yeah.
Doing it.
There's no chance he does it before April.
Listen, man, the Senate is busy, but the senator makes his own schedule. Manny Pacquiao is not going to step up into a fight like that unprepared, man. Just like I said, Errol wasn't going to step up unprepared after an accident. He's the senator, man. Yes, he got a busy schedule, but he's still the senator.
No, and Francis is right. Francis is right because actually there's a contingency of people in the Philippines that actually don't want Manny Pacquiao in there. They think he's doing a terrible job because he says his own schedule because he's just not there. But most of them are career politicians, so they always have hidden agendas. Probably some of them want to be in his chair, so you don't know, but there is a lot of that goes on. I think Vice covered it before too.
Well, Pac-Man is gonna be ready in after March then, right? Errol wanted to be in the ring by summer. He said I think it was about summertime. So I don't know, You just got to see who's available around the time Pacquiao is going to be available, so we could kind of knock off some of these guys off the list because there's just so many that he could have options. I'm going to say that on the final say for me, I think Conor McGregor would be the best route, man. As a tune-up. I'm serious. Like, he's getting a tune-up. He's not really
but how do you know that happens, though? That's like a super fight. Not super fight, but like super popular fight that it's so much red tape. How could you bank that on his next opponent? You know what I mean?
Let's start with the red tape. Maybe it could be cut. I really have been seeing Conor McGregor like on and on about he wanted it. He wants that. He wants it. You've seen the proper 12 in the boxing rings lately. He's in there. He's in there somehow. And I think that he would want to make that thing happen fast. It's just so much money involved in a type of fight like that. Can Manny do it too? Well, Conor McGregor, in the MMA side, it's like, well, Conor McGregor, rectify his mistake with Floyd and take out Manny Pacquiao. There's just so much propaganda and advertisement that could go along with this. It could be a huge fight, and I'm going with my guy, my boxing guy, Manny Pacquiao. I'm going with him getting back in shape. He's been sitting at that desk for too long. You can't call too many guys a tune-up at this high level because it's not even. I don't even feel right calling them a tune-up, like Danny, for example. So it's like, go and beat the hell out of this guy. Make sure he goes back with his tail tucked between his legs. This is our sport. You got beat up. and then I'll take on Errol, Bud, and all the other guys. You know, I'm back in shape. I didn't take a risky fight, but I made a lot of money because this is what I am. I'm 42. I want to make a lot of money. So this is a good tune-up for me. I ain't got to worry about Connor too much. I'm going in there and school him.
How big a legend is Pac, do me, that most people get tune-ups to fight a Mikey Garcia or tune-ups to fight a Danny Garcia, but Pacquiao's on that level is like, you're calling it that, and I know that neither Garcia is a tune-up. They're both high-level fighters, but, you know, it's a legend.
Legend in the sport, bro. These guys are jumping to get at him. I mean, look, even the MMA guys. Small. Yeah. Marlon, it's right at the top hand right corner. Very tiny.
Call us.
Everybody's saying the Owl's not there.
It's
Owl.
there.
There's no Owl.
It's there, man.
What? Al Heyman is it? we got an Al Heyman emoji. I'm refreshing.
Yeah, we do have an Al Heyman emoji, but it's not up yet.
Oh,
Doobie was talking about something. I was saying that I was making a correlation when you left that. Shout out to Edgar making these connections with all these big name stars. I've been wanting these fighters to do that to see if they can cross over. Have
y'all disrespectful. Maybe. Y'all got 2 Fury emojis and not 1 Wilder. Y'all terrible. Ain't that Fury with a crown and then the other one Fury Dasa?
I thought it was King Nello.
Oh, that's Canelo. Oh, all right.
Yeah, it's King
with
Nello,
the crown.
I thought, my eyes are shit, bro. I'm thinking everybody Francis and.
We might get another one. It depends. But
man, we need more members so we can get some more, man. Damn, that Canelo do look fire.
I would love an Al Heyman emoji. That'd be hilarious.
There's a good one, fellas. There's a real good one.
Yo,
but what Francis was saying, he was calling all that out right about the thing, and then Al said that there's an Owl, OWL, on the dollar bill. That's the same as the OVO logo. You know, the Drake clothing line.
Yeah. Stay tuned for Untitled, guys.
Yo, that was big. Yo, Champagne Poppy posted on his IG. How many millions he got, Toronto?
Ooh, God, he got to have like upwards of 24 mil or more.
So he posted on his IG like a good luck message and a shout out message to Shakur for wearing the OVO brand.
Word?
Yeah, that was pretty big.
Damn, bro.
Al Heyman check.
I told you that 72.8 million. I told you that already, and I don't put no respect on it. When these guys connect with these guys, trust me, 72 million followers. Yo, if 10% of that, you know what I'm saying, connect with you, that's more than enough. That's more than enough.
I would be cool. I would like that, right? But I would. Like, I hope
because he's connected with Jay Prince, man. I'm telling you.
But here's the thing, baby. As long as they stay like good rappers, right? Like if we start seeing like Trippie Redd and 6ix9ine and shit, like that'll kill the whole vibe. And I'm not wrong. I know they're very powerful and very big, but just like Al got the Al.
All right, guys. Just because I love my TVV fam, and I know some of us probably won't be able to join us on the Untitled unless you remember.
Or become today.
You see the dollar, right? It's looking right at you. All right. So if you're staring at the dollar right at yourself, on the top right hand corner, at the giant 1, you know, the number $1, there's a little a border around there. On the left side of the border, on the top, on the curve, there's a tiny little dot. I want you to put a lupa right there. You're gonna see my finger. See where I'm pointing at? Where my nail from my pointer finger is, at that top of that border, in between that little curve, there's a small little thing there. Doesn't look like much, but I want you to put a lupa on that, and you'll see the owl. And then I want you to Google Molech. And then
all you gotta do is put a loofah on it and clean it real good. No, I was playing.
What is Doomy talking about? What is Doomy talking about, guys? What is he talking about, really?
No one knows it. Speaks no English.
Let me go to Juan and the BX, man. Are you talking? Juan and the BX. Are you
is
talking?
That Juan and the BX?
Are you talking? No, nah.
Sir, what's good, people?
What up?
Yo.
What up?
Don't hit me with no crickets. And I heard somebody said I needed to take a crow. Bro, you need to take a blow.
Whoa.
Straight to your head, though. Nah. Don't take it like that, Ness. Try to cancel me out. Hell yeah. Yo, Do me, we need to change that song, bro, because I'm going to come in here every morning mad. Now that CYP left, I'm going to have to start the action. Verdejo, yo, bro, I'm going to have to tell you up in Dejo. How you going to fight, though? You going to fight my man like that? You was beating his ass, and then you decided to do whatever the hell you thought you got into, like some Mortal Kombat mode in your head or something. You thought you was going to finish him, and he finished you, bro. That was a bad knockout, my dude. You need to come back. Come back stronger. Anyway. Good day, fellas. Yo, do me. Gracias, my dude. Hablamos. Yo, Mario, be good, fams. Yes. Gracias. Peace.
Alright.
Good looking one.
So, if you're on Blog Talk and you haven't pressed 1, that's the reason we haven't gone to you. And we're going out to Florida to our main event.
What?
The challenger taking on the champion for the 2 titles in Florida, King
What?
the Dream.
There's nothing in the sponge for Izzy. He ain't got nothing in there. Where the team at? Oh, he got J-Mac giving excellent instructions over there to Keem the Dream.
Your winner by unanimous decision is Keem the Dream.
Keem the Dream.
Keem is available.
Yo, you hear me?
What up?
It's kind of loud where I'm at, man. Am I good?
Nah, you not good. Why you never got service, man? I hope you ain't telling me something about Florida, man. What's up with Keem and his service, man? Let's go to Majid in Orlando. Well, you always got service, Majid. What's up, man? What service Keem got? Keem got Metro PCS out there.
Majid got a satellite phone, champ.
Nah. What up? Everybody need to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and join Patreon and YouTube members for something. I don't know what the topic is, but hey, man, update. I done moved to Ohio because they paying me too much, so I don't know what that summer heat like right now. You know, so that's the only reason I got good service. But good shit on the video, and I'm just listening.
What? I ain't hear what he said about the service.
Nah, he moved to Ohio. He getting paid.
Oh,
more,
you in
champ.
Ohio? You in Ohio? That's why. Okay.
He said he coming into into the song now, with like the champ.
All right.
He vice president of oh damn, what's that Ohio company?
Keem in the forests out there, man. He in the swamps in
Yo,
Florida,
I like
man.
how Sam in the UK used the emojis to like make his pound for pound list. Obviously, what we have in emojis, I mean, it's incredibly wrong. Sam, you my guy, but bruh, you got Bud way too low, my man's.
I mean, with these fighters, it's hard to put them anywhere else.
Nah, bro.
I mean, the only 3 guys that could be switched around is Anthony Joshua, Errol Spence, and Bud Crawford.
He's definitely ahead of Joshua. He's definitely ahead of Fury. And, I mean, it's a pick-em between Spence. I think he's ahead of Spence. But that's just my opinion.
I hear you. We
We
got
a super chatty from Gregory Donovan who says Shakur has been with OVO for over 6-7 fights, but Drake shouted out Shakur because coming into the venue he has on his new Nocta Nike collab tracksuit on his new what? Do y'all know what that word is?
Nocta and Nike collab tracksuit. Nocta means nocturnal. Nocturnal.
Nautica.
Oh, my bad.
Nautica.
Oh, Nautica?
Nautica. Come on.
Oh, my bad. Shit,
Is that Nautica or Nautica? I could be wrong. Please don't take me wrong.
I've seen, listen, yeah, the
That could be
tracksuits
Nautica.
that are coming out, they're called like Lover Boy or something, which is the title of his next album that's dropping in the first quarter of 2021, I think, or 2021. And yo, them shit sold out in like record time. I heard the Nike thing just crashed because they sold out his tracksuits. They were actually kind of fly, to be honest with you. I mean, like, I probably wouldn't rock it, but you know, they were dope.
They were dope. call you dope.
Oh, my bad.
You know,
Sam
Alex,
was
check your
ranking in
messages,
terms
yo.
of biggest stars, not pound for pound. My bad,
I
Sam.
could
I
be wrong,
apologize.
like, GG, I'm wrong. My bad. You right. Tell me what it is. Tell us
GG
what it
came
is.
in.
Come on.
What'd he
came
say?
in.
You're wrong about what?
It's on my leg. You know,
Oh, Nautica.
You know, Nautica spelled. You know, not whatever it is,
Nautica.
man. Y'all tell us what it is.
I thought that was like a North Cali thing. Don't they call them like the Nocta, the Southern Cali, some shit? I
thought
don't
it
know.
was some nocturnal tracksuit where you run at night and it has like freaking, you know, in the dark. What do you reflect?
All right, I got yeah, reflection. Nah, and they got a lot of stuff like that now, like coming out. That's like more like, it's like more to it now. You know, it's high tech type stuff. Hold on, I'm gonna just.
Yeah, it's something else.
It's
Let me see what I can figure it out.
Nike.
What is it?
It just says that it's. Oh, it's like a division of Nike, mysteriously dubbed Nocta. The launch of Drake's latest much hyped Nike collaborations, mysteriously dubbed Nocta. So they're calling it that.
It's nocturnal, just like the owl.
That's what it stands for, nocturnal. Oh yeah, just like the owl, yo.
Just like the
man,
owl.
my man, Al,
I don't
like,
want to connect these dots for y'all, man. I don't want to do it.
Yo, my man Al. You see, when y'all are trying to connect pieces, he working on a different puzzle.
Check your message, Doobie.
Yeah, man, this is a crazy situation, but champ. Oh yeah, you see it. You see it, there, champ.
I feel like I'm the Nocta champ. Yo, these are kind of fly. Like if you look at it real quick, like you just put that in, you can see his stuff.
Doobie's like, you got it.
He was looking at Francis. Hey, hello.
You know what I always like? They had it too. Y'all know when Floyd used to wear that vest? I forgot what they're called, like puffy vest, but it was just the vest. You know what I'm saying?
That's why he's called the Sixth God.
What was it called? Sixth Guy, yeah. What was it called? Y'all remember that? Anyway, I don't know. But they have one of those in the collection. It looks pretty dope.
Remember Pac-Man? You remember that guy?
The video game?
No, remember Pac-Man? That guy?
Yeah.
That,
I remember that guy.
To take guys out, and he recently took out Keith Thurman. And
Yeah, he's a good guy.
He's a good guy. Where are we gonna see him next? Yo, Conor McGregor. That's what I got. Skippy.
Stick Talk Boxing.
Stick Talk.
Yo, what up?
What up?
Ain't nothing. Just listening. Good show. Wait, real quick. Pacquiao ain't fighting nobody but McGregor and Mikey and Jesse Vargas. He ain't lining up no killers and then retiring. That's my call.
All right, Mr.
Yo,
PBC.
Eddie in Oakland, if you want to push one, you can do so.
Mr. PBC Boomerang.
Yeah, you hear me?
Yes.
Hey, how you doing? You know, I mean, if he wants to get that Floyd fight because he lost to Floyd, I think he should fight the best right now, and that's Terrence Crawford and Bud. But obviously, we know, I mean, not Terrence Crawford, but Errol Spence and Bud. But obviously, the best of the best, he would need to fight the one who fought the best of the best, and that would be Errol. So, and then he can just ride off to the sunset. With Tyson Fury, it's going down. There's nowhere to go. There's no more coke. We need to go straight to the Deontay Wilder fight. I got Deontay Wilder, man. It's just something about him. It's just something. Tyson Fury might have it all, but you can never have enough. That's my call.
Can never have enough.
Yo, they were called bubble jackets.
Oh, the bubble jackets with North Face bubbles.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember the bubbles.
I like those.
When they
I
first
just
came
don't-
out.
Yeah. Well, I saw Floyd rocking like a Gucci when it was dope, but I just don't know if I could pull it off. But I always liked it, like that look.
Nah, you could pull it off. Even you could be even huge, man. You got a bubble on that shit. That shit fly, man.
Yo, I'm getting down to 165. Fight. 165. Watch.
Let me go to King Amin Boomerang.
Yo. Yeah, everybody seemed to be on the same. Everybody seemed to be on the same page with it, man. I ain't gonna hold it on. Pacquiao can't pull no nonsense. He got to get in there. You know what I'm saying? Because really, he shouldn't be hanging around unless he's trying to pass somebody the bag. So it'll be interesting to see if, Floyd is getting ready to pass this YouTuber the bag. Like, maybe Pacquiao to be the fighter that start passing the next fighter the bag. So maybe, you know what I'm saying, whoever he picked, whether it's Bud or Spence, he give them the bag and so on. You know what I'm saying? I know Canelo got a different kind of bag, but maybe I'm hoping that's what it translates to, because I don't want the money it ain't for me to say, but I don't want the money to mess up the fights. But of course, that's what it's about. They prize fighters. That's my call. I'm out.
All right, that's gonna be a wrap. Nest GTO, Instagram and Twitter. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel. Make sure you click that notification bell because we will be back with another one. We definitely got Untitled tonight at 7 p.m. and we got plenty more breaking news where this came from.
Yeah, at Martin McGee on Twitter, at Martin McGee on Instagram. Stay tuned for the Patreon show Untitled tonight. If you are not signed up, go sign up and you could check it out and have Al teach us all about who really runs this country and why they love the owl. That's like that Alex Jones shit. Alex Jones found that out.
Yeah, poor Alex Jones.
NEXUP Sports Talk. Next up, Sports Talk. Check me on Facebook, IG, Twitter. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the man upstairs for another one. Without him, you know what I'm saying, this would be possible. Also, shout out to you, Mario, Alex, Ness. Thank you for another one. You out there, TBV. Smash your subscribe button and the thumbs up button on the way out. It doesn't cost you anything. Appreciate y'all.
Champ, you already know Alex_Doomsday_LAINEZ on IG, TikTok. They forgot about me and Twitter, Alex Linus TBV. And if you just stumbled upon the show, this is the boxing voice, Nestor Gibbs, Doyen Francis, Mario Munguia, yours truly, Alex Linus, here giving you the best in boxing news, latest and greatest, right? And we have other segments like tonight is our Untitled episodes where we get to, talk about a lot of other stuff that we normally wouldn't talk about on the boxing news. We take questions in from our Patreon family as well as our new beloved membership here on YouTube family. And, we answer them, we kick it, we open up. We talk about the owl on the corner of your dollar. We talk about outer space. We talk about relationships. We talk about a lot of things, man. And sometimes we have breakthroughs on those programs of all sorts. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button like the Skip said. If that bell ain't shaking, you ain't baking with us every morning or any other part of the day where we break news. Cheers.
All right.
Peace.